up here. Oh, twitchy. Yeah? Cool. Sorry. Alright, it says I'm live. Hey everybody, we're back for part 2 of this, you know, semi-important, pretty big stop for 1080 snowboarding. I have here with me, I just wanted to show a little bit, one of those little custom cases that you can buy online. I don't think this person bought it online, I think they printed it, but ended up being able to get my hands on one because they didn't want it anymore. I have a manual for it too, and it's funny to point out the manual, between the manual and Nintendo Power, part of my big problem with this game is that it's so hard to learn it. It's very, it's very, not hand-holding like a lot of games would be nowadays, which is something that people complain about a lot. But like, it's so weird that whole thing that I went through over the Z trigger thing. You have to hold the Z trigger, you have to use that when you land jumps and everything. It's not mentioned even once in either the game's manual and or Nintendo Power. Neither of those things actually mentions it, which is kind of ridiculous to me. Fuck you, dude. Stop! Get up! I don't even care if you pull it out in front of me. It's not even passing later when it's not so fucking narrow. And actually, it's so misleading to even think like what I said was that you have to be holding the Z trigger the whole time and then let it go when you're trying to come off jumps and stuff. Oh, I should not have. Why did I even go for a trick there? I didn't even get the chance to do a jump. I'm gonna do it right here though. Let's see if I can land. No, I didn't even land it right. Fuck me. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Yeah, you're doing great now, buddy. Hopefully I can come up on this guy. I want to say that, there is a bit of, like, rubber banding going on with the AI in this sometimes. Or maybe that's just on the easy one. I did just decide, I felt like I was maybe ready to go on the little bit harder difficulties, just on the off chance that I pass the first 4 races. Which is more about I've been getting used to. Obviously, I'm not even close with this one. The 4th, I finished. I won the easy circuit, which is the first 4. There's not 4 different courses, then 5 different courses on intermediate, and 6 different ones on Black Diamond. It's just that as you go through them, the AI gets harder. As you can see right here, that was hell. Fucking bumping into me. Stop it. Wow, that's annoying. It's just that if you go up a level, there's one more at the end in addition to the AI also being harder on the ones that you've already raced. The thing about the Z trigger that I was looking at before, so it's misleading to think that you should be holding down the Z trigger all the time. You actually hardly ever want to be holding down the Z trigger unless, very specifically, you are not at full speed and you are trying to accelerate, like I'm going to be trying to do right here. Because what Z does is it lowers basically your wind resistance by crouching down, and then what you can do, hey! Oh, I still fucked up. I might actually... Dude, you're such an asshole! Wow. Oh, great. Yep, I fucked it up. I fucking blew it. Oh, shit. Z is a way to accelerate faster, but it also, it makes you mistakenly believe that it will just make you go faster all the time, like when you're kind of how holding down A and Tony Hawk will crouch you and you'll go faster. But there is a top speed. The only problem, the difference between Tony Hawk is that since A is also the button to do an ollie, as soon as you release it, you're gonna jump in the air. which is basically like you want to have that button down all the time if you're about to do a trick or if you want to be ready to do a trick. In this game, since accelerate and jump are 2 different buttons, you can't have them held down at the same time. Oh my lord. You are just fucked all over the place today, my friend. It's one thing, you can't jump while you hold down the Z button, but there's a ceiling that comes with holding down the Z button. You can't get any faster, like Rob Haywood can't go any faster than about 117, 118 kilometers an hour on this particular board, which is what I've been using. So, that was a good choice to actually make that jump. Not that I'm going to catch up to this guy at all. So if you're below that speed and you have the ability to, you know, pick up some speed. Oh, that didn't count as going up an incline. That just tripped me. Then if you're at top speed, you want to just keep going. So that was fucking terrible. The contest isn't going to change at all if I go to a different difficulty, or it's not even, contest doesn't change at all as far as what courses you go on. So you have your top speed. If you're at your top speed, there's no reason for you to be holding Z, because Z also keeps you from turning as well as you can. And the thing about turning is that you need to be not holding Z, because it really hinders how far you can lean to turn. And then on the other hand, I'm gonna do a trick just because and fuck it up. Partly because I fucked up the landing, and partly because I was landing on something I shouldn't land on. If you were trying to turn and, you know, you're not holding down Z, you're not holding down A to get ready to jump, the other thing you can do, which is what I'm basically doing right here, is you pull back on the control stick. That was actually a good landing, surprisingly. That's, yeah. If you do a really extreme, you just kind of like pull up on the board like that. But that'll lower your speed a little bit and let you take the turn a little bit tighter, which is really, really necessary in the later on courses. But right now, all it's doing is I'm overusing it probably and just fucking up so bad. It's like I've reached a ceiling with how good I can actually do with this game too. Like, I thought I was getting better at it. I managed to, you know, finish a circuit on easy. And as soon as I start doing intermediate, it's like not even close. I am so not ready to take this level of the AI. Because, I mean, obviously this is the easiest course, and this is the course I've raced more than anything else. Which is also, like, this is why I know this is going to be my last video, because doing the tricks is not really my thing. I prefer to look at this as a race, and it's also the only way that you have any real progression to this game is the races. Even, there's extra characters, but they're just like, one of them is made out of, like, metal, and I think one of them is made out of ice or something. And they have better stats and different stats than everybody else, so that's cool and everything. You have to get them by doing the race modes. I think there's other boards too, and I think there's a panda or some shit. Fuck you, dude. But as far as I know, you unlock all that stuff by doing the matches. So everything else is just a score, point of pride mode. Which is fine and everything. Where the fuck did you come from, dude? Nope. Oh, I just slightly avoided that, but then my landing wasn't great. Yeah, you shouldn't have taken that air, buddy. Yeah, I did it. All right. Just barely. Yeah. That margin is gonna get slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. It's probably not even gonna be there in this one because I don't think I'm gonna manage to win. So yeah, most of the progression in this game, you know, because it actually involves AI and stuff and is objectively, well, not really objectively, because I think there is some rubber banding going on. But basically, there is somebody you can beat. Trick attack, I think you have scores and stuff too, but I don't know if they go up against opponents or anything. But yeah, this is where we are. This is the main mode, which is unfortunate because it doesn't involve the tricks. And even in the manual, they make a huge deal about how to do tricks and everything. But it seems it sucks because it's really focused on doing like the spins, and the spins are so difficult to do. I think if you watch my last video, I was trying to do it in training, and even doing just like a 360, definitely doing a fucking 540 is really annoying. Oh, this is one of my favorite things. Is on if you just missed it right there. There's an N64 logo made out of snow. It looks like that's pretty cool. I like that. We just bought a coffee table for work that that is shaped like that. I think it's awesome. I think you can buy them on eBay. I think they're like $250, including the shipping. Just got there today, so I haven't seen it in person, but it looks awesome. Things I'm going to want in the future, even though I probably would never spend $250 on a coffee table. Doing alright here, though. Doing a-okay. The key is definitely to not even bother with those jumps at the very end. And again, I just ahead of the opponent. Oh, speaking of which, that's another thing I wanted to point out is the fact that there's in SSX and a lot of other racing games. I think Twisted Edge even has 4-person races. I think it's interesting that 1080 only has head-to-head races. I think there's a good reason for that, because you see how much people... Fuck you. Did not hit that tree. You see how much you bump into the opponent if you're real close on the 2-person races. I can only imagine how bad 1080 would come off if you were doing 4-person races and just knocking into each other all the time. Snowboard Kids is obviously very different because it's not even really a snowboarding game. It's made that way that you're supposed to be hitting other people and all that shit and having items and things. This is supposed to be super realistic, so even like bumping into somebody a little bit will completely fuck you up. So it's cool. It's okay that way to do it with just 2 people, because if it was 4 people, you would have so much trouble. Oh, I did not hit that. I can only imagine how shitty it would be to have 2 people just hitting into each other and the other 2 guys just taking off. No tree. Lago. What, really? What is this? What is this? Okay. That. Frames dropped on my end too, so I don't know what's up with that. So yeah, for all the talk that I've heard, that was actually a perfect example of it, because I was like, oh, I have to use the Z button now to get back up to speed, but I'm gonna be trying to use it to get around these fucking things in the middle. Nope. Apparently I still can't land correctly. But you definitely need... Oh, no! No! Nice try. That's like the 3rd time that's happened to me, too. It always happens on this one right here, on this course. They fucking bump into you right at the very end, and they get up quicker than you, so they get to go. They get to go right ahead of you and win. That's such bullshit. I hate that. Without a doubt, the shittiest part of these races is just the mere act of bumping into somebody else, because it makes it almost makes it a total crapshoot as far as what's gonna happen when you guys get up. There's that little jump that you can do. You just push up on the control stick, but sometimes I think you have to wait to a certain point when you're standing to register it. So I end up just like kind of mashing it, but there might be a better sort of timing. I tried to jump that. That didn't happen, so I don't know what the fuck that was. I didn't hit that. I did not hit that. I think I was supposed to go over that shit in the middle there. Hey, I actually made it out of that shit alright. Weird, not what I expected. I think the really amazing thing about 1080 is that it was groundbreaking when it came out. I can't imagine that not being the case, because I know between what everybody would say about it and like Nintendo Power and the way that people remember this game, but it kind of opened the door for a very specific new way of doing snowboarding games that had not been done before. And so that's when Cool Borders started to really turn things around. I think Cool Borders probably came out before this. Cool Borders obviously doesn't really exist anymore. Cool Borders was a thing, and I hear a lot more about 3 and 4 than I ever have about the first two. And make it! Yeah, I made it! Wow, we keep moving. Then SSX, right when the PS2 came out, was huge, and SSX pretty much killed 1080 with the sequel. SSX Tricky, much more memorable than 1080 Avalanche. Sort of how it happened to definitely a lesser extent with I can't believe I landed that right. Still right behind me, doesn't really matter. Oh shit. No, no! Just turned into a fucking little pinball, bouncing off shit. This course definitely gave me a lot of trouble when I was trying to do it just against the easy opponent. I managed to actually win a race on it, but I just barely made it. I was almost out of health, which I had already lost a life because I took too much damage already. And then I only managed to finish like just in front of the other person. So yeah, it was I think I lucked out was the only reason I really actually beat it. Ah, you can't grind on that shit. It's funny how you have a top speed and that top speed is uniform, even on different surfaces. Oh, that's it. That wasn't even my fault. I just ran into the other person. That's shitty. I really hate it. It's funny for how this is always touted as being a really simulation based, that you always have the same top speed with your board and rider combination. Even though in other games, when you're riding on ice, you'll go faster. You'll just be, have a tougher time turning. And then I was just riding on asphalt, which you'd think would make me go slower. If not, it'd make it be a little bit different. Let me do a trick attack real quick to see what kind of shit I can pull off. Let me use somebody else though. Technique, yeah. He's got technique and jump up all the way, so. Oh yeah, this is one of the courses I haven't done yet. So I think this is the 6th course actually. Yeah, there's little things that it doesn't change at all, even though it's touted as the sim based, which is interesting. All right, where are the jumping? Yeah, I tried to do that turn the whole time. I tried to fucking do the spin the whole time. Where the fuck? What is that? Apparently he landed okay.
Time out.
Alright. That didn't... Alright then, fine. Change course. Yeah. Well, it's just the ramp, so... Is there another course I haven't unlocked yet? 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. Okay. Yeah, let's just stay on Golden Forest.
Ricky Winterboard. Go. Downfish. 180.
I totally landed that, right? Alright, that's cool actually. There's these little gates and stuff you can pass through to get more time, which is definitely necessary.
180.
Oh, I didn't get it. Fine. Oh, I fucked up the whole run, I guess, didn't I? Nope, nope, nope! Don't miss this game! Oh, son of a bitch! My board passed through the post, does that count?
Time extension.
Oh, oh. Get something out of it. Still not, it doesn't matter, I'm still not landing them.
180. Tail grab. 180. Time out.
Jesus. Try it one more time, just on a different course. The only thing I need to change is the course.
Crystal Lake. Ricky Winterboard. Go.
There's a lot of, like, this game is super replayable. I definitely agree with that. I don't even, like, I don't dislike it. I have such a difficult time with it. And you've seen that. And, for all the work that there is to be put into this game, I would put more work into it if I was more into the sport itself, I think. Or if I had, like, even if I had, like, fonder memories of this game specifically, like, and I had to relearn it, I'd probably put more into it. But for that reason, I really don't have personal connections to this game. So I can appreciate it, and I can recommend it. But I will never not recommend it without the caveat that, like, yeah, you need to learn it, and it doesn't really help you do that. That's pretty much my major thing with it, is it never really cared if I was learning the game or not. It just kind of, like, was like, yeah, you're on your own, buddy, so yeah, that kind of bugged me.
Time extension. 180.
Fine.
Tail grab. Lead air. 180.
I keep trying to, like, actually pull off moves, and half the time it doesn't actually let me do it. Fine. That was not good. Shit. So yeah, that's it. So that's all of 1080 snowboarding. You know, there's a couple game modes, and there's nothing really bad about any of them. All the courses are really cool. The different riders and stuff is really cool. You need to put a lot of work into this game to even be decent at it. Which is why I'm hitting a wall, because I don't really have the motivation, because I have no experience with this game prior. I'm definitely looking forward to the next game that I'm gonna play, which is, you might be surprised, is NBA Courtside featuring Kobe Bryant, or Kobe Bryant and NBA Courtside, because I've been desperate to get to that game ever since I played in the Zone 98, which was so awful, and just knowing that there was such a better one on the horizon, something that I could probably appreciate, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm ready to get to that game, so that will be what I play next time. Check that out. Until then, thank you for watching. You know, I hope this was like a suitable, gives a suitable understanding of 1080, because it's such a good game, and I understand that, but it is one of the only game that I'm gonna say I can't really play it for that long or that well, but I highly recommend it if it seems appealing to you. Thank you for watching. Bye. See you next time for some basketball.